Hi, this is Bruce, and I'm here with the founder and president of Ideal Health, Lou DeCaprio. Well, and this is Lou DeCaprio. Lou, my first question is probably going to be kind of a tough one for me to answer, and that's why I'm asking you. And I was wondering, how does Ideal Health deal with people that talk about codecs? And how are we going to be able to get around what they're trying to accomplish in the industry?
Well, good question. Codex is really trying to put regulation on the industry, where there's been a lot of companies out there that have produced products that aren't what they say they are. And so I think the reality is it's going to put regulation where regulation needs to be. For a company like us, it's actually good news, because we're one of the few companies out there that we're dealing with the top manufacturer in the country. These are people that have been doing manufacturing for the past 55 years, or ISO certified, the top certification in the world. It doesn't get any better than what we have. And so, as any of those regulations, if they are actually to come into place, all they're going to do is take out the companies that shouldn't be there anyway. And companies like ours are going to end up flourishing even more. So it's actually a good thing for us.
Well, that was a good question, and it's a good answer. What is your most memorable experience about offering this product to individuals? Is there one story that really just sticks out in your mind as like mind-blowing or earth-shattering to you?
Well, you know, there's thousands of people that have sent in testimonials and have had tremendous results. The one that's mind-blowing for me is my own story.
Really?
Which is, when I was 20, I was in college, and I had come down with a case of mono, was brought back to Connecticut, where I'm from originally, and I was hospitalized. And while I was there, I picked up hepatitis, which almost killed me. And as a 20-year-old young man, and seeing his life changing very rapidly, the idea of health and nutrition became very apparent to me, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I had temporary arthritis in all my joints. I developed phlebitis. I had damage to my liver, my kidney, my spleen. I was uninsurable for a decade after that incident. And it was only through nutritional intervention with what I've done now. The medicine didn't do anything for me. I was on another product for a number of years, very expensive nutritional products to no avail. When I started this company 10 years ago, I went to visit with Dr. Brawley, told him what had gone on with me, and I said, do I need to do something different? And he said, no, just get on this program. And so that's what I did. I've been religious on this program for 10 years. But 2 years into it, I went to visit my physician, and they told me when I was 40 I was going to start to have issues. I went to visit with him. He took tests on me, and he said, Lou, I want you to come back. Something doesn't look quite right. And I thought at that point I was going to get the news. I went back in, was retested, and he said, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm on a customized vitamin program. He said, take a look at your results. All of my levels are back to normal again.
That's incredible.
And so for me, this product gave me my life back, quality of my life.
And that's your why.
And that's my why. There you have it.
We're back live again. Where do you see the company? I know you talk about in the future as far as like 6 months or 3 months with the newsletter coming and so on. But where do you see the company maybe 5 years from now or 10 years from now?
Oh, I see Ideal Health as being the leader in customized nutrition. Remember, I don't really see ourselves as a vitamin company. We're really a wellness company. We're a longevity company. We're a company that gives people information about themselves to make better choices. I think that's desperately needed in our society today, where people are overwhelmed with information and overwhelmed with not knowing what to do, overwhelmed with medications. We give people information. And I truly believe that with the kind of information that we're giving people, they can be well. They can take a more proactive approach to their health and wellness, which is really what it's all about. Medical science is always going to be a necessary piece of what we do. It's one of the healing arts, but one of the healing arts, not the only one. And this is the piece that we can give people to show them how to be better on their own. And that's what we do. And so I see Ideal Health as being the leader in that. I see us touching millions of families, millions of households with the quality that we do. And I believe that's who we are when we grow up.
Okay. And with that in mind, we're presently only doing business in the United States.
Yes.
When would the global onslaught of dealing with Ideal Health start?
Well, good question. The beauty is, when we are ready to go international, our manufacturer is one of 2 American manufacturers that has license to manufacture in Europe and Scandinavia, which are the most stringent laws in the world. So we'll be able to go there very easily. They already ship to the Pacific Rim for the doctor community. We'll be able to do that. from our standpoint, I want to go international when we have so many people here in this country that Ideal Health is a household name and is a huge success story, that when we go international, they already know who we are. And I believe that'll happen over the next 18 to 24 months. And when that occurs, we will go global with what it is that we do.
Good. Well, I want to throw my hat in the arena for Australia, because I used to live down there, and I have a lot of friends down there, and I would love to go back and have my second home be
Terrific.
looking over the city.
Well, that's a plan.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a plan.
That sounds good then. Look it up. And so, what kind of a mission statement would you say the company has, or you have for the company?
My goal with this company is to get the information that has been available to people who could afford it, and Olympians and professional athletes out there to all of us. Because the reality is good nutrition and good health is for all of us, not for the elite few who can afford it. I feel very blessed that my partners and I have been able to come up with this program, that we've had the benefit of having people like Dr. Brawley and Metametrics believe in what we wanted to do, and HVL Douglas Labs, who manufacture for the medical community for over 50 years. To see that together, jointly, we can put all of our scientific teams together to come out with something that's truly going to benefit this country, truly benefit the health and wellness of everyone that we touch. And my goal is, how many people can we get to? How many people can we change their lives? How many people can we help them be compliant on the program so they can get the benefits of these programs? You know, because I truly believe if you don't take the time to be well, you will take the time to be sick. And we have an opportunity to show people how to be well, not just by guessing, but by actual testing where the technology is. We're the only people who do that. Many companies are out there selling one-size-fits-all products that may all be good products, but the challenge is, how do you know they're good for you? And truly the only way to know is to be tested. And that's where really we separate ourselves from the rest of the industry. We give people that kind of information so they're getting the appropriate amount, not what they think they need, but what their body actually requires, and then able to track them so that they can see the progress of being on a quality product.
Right.
And that's what we're able to do, and that makes me a really happy guy.
Well, that's good. Actually, I've been in the health and nutrition business for about 20 years. I started out as a massage therapist. And during that time, I've had a lot of people ask me, well, what do you think I should eat? What vitamins should I take? And my answer had always been, just eat organic and drink a lot of water, and that's probably about as best as you can do. And it wasn't until my sister introduced me to Ideal Health that I said, wait a minute, you're actually metabolically testing people to find out where they're deficient or weak in an area, and then designing nutrients and supplements to support that weakness? I said, I'm in.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
It really is.
No-brainer, and because most people don't want to. Most people, even if they could do all the reading, they're never going to know really what's right, because all the articles are great articles, but they don't talk specifically about the individual. And that's where testing is so necessary, that through testing, just as you would go in to get an eye examination, you would never think of walking in an eye doctor's office and taking any glasses off the shelf and saying, this one's for me. The technology is to test first. It just makes sense. And that's what we have with Ideal Health. It just makes sense to test first, get what you need, and have a program that's designed for you, that it can be monitored by the top PhDs in the country, that you don't need to guess. You don't need to be the scientist. All you need to do is do the program and be compliant. And that's what we offer people.
Oh, great. Actually, I have